Nonsense, what's the deal, baby?
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Good, man, good.
Thank you so much for taking the trip all the way over here. I know coming across them bridges and there's a lot, but I appreciate it,
It wasn't
man.
too bad. It wasn't too bad,
I appreciate it, man.
Came to hear what you got to say, brother.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. You know, just another hip hop artist out here just trying to get their message out, their understanding of what's going on in this world out. And so any outlet I could get, I really appreciate people taking the time to talk with me about it, because, you know, I really take a lot of pride. And
what
effort.
is the message you're trying to get out?
The message that I'm trying to get out, man, is just life is just all about finding peace, balance. It's about understanding, it's about learning, it's about growing, and it's about positivity. So I try to put out as much positivity in my music as possible. For instance, like, I don't even curse in my raps because I just want people who listen to it just to feel some type of positive energy from it. I'm all about vibes, I'm all about the music, you know, talking to the person that's listening to it. So my whole thing is just good vibes, good energy, good feeling, good music, and just trying to, you know, just tell people what's going on out there, you know what I mean? And I think that's what a lot of hip hop artists do, right? So that's my goal.
So how long you been doing music?
So I've been doing music ever since I was a kid. But like seriously, like recording and actually putting stuff out ever since about 2008. But ever since I was a kid, I've been singing with my mom, the church, my brother, my sister, all musicians and singers and rappers, and so dancers. So like entertainment, music, expression has always been a part of my life, and so I've always been around it, and it's just influenced everything moving forward in life.
So you put some music out already, like Spotify and all that? Apple Music?
Yeah, I got lots of projects. So I started
How many
out,
projects you got?
I can't even tell you, man. Probably over like 12, 13, something like that. I think it's close to 15. And they're all various lengths. The last couple that I did, though, were the more polished ones. I've been working with artists from the Ukraine, actually, believe it or not. His name is Jad Abstract. He's an amazing producer, so shout out to Jad. And I've been working with him for probably the past 5 years, and that's what I've been, I call it my transformational period in terms of my music, because that's where I really kind of found my niche. I found my sound, I found out like where I wanted to go, and it's also where I stopped caring really as much about what people were thinking about the music, and I felt like a new authenticity came out of it. And so I had a lot of projects, but my last couple, probably about my last like 6 projects that I worked on, a more polished sound. I record and record and edit all my stuff.
All your own stuff?
All my own stuff.
Okay.
And so I really take a pride in it. It's a form of expression, even in creating the songs that I make. It's, you know, it's even that is a piece of art itself. So I really, you know, love all of it.
What's your inspiration, man? How do you get it together when it's time to write?
So first and foremost, it's all, like I said, it's all about vibes, right? So like if I hear a beat, like this one I'm hearing behind me, if I hear a beat, I get a feeling, and that feeling just causes me to kind of get this vibe that I need to write to. And I'll try something out, maybe I'll delete it, because I used to write, but now I try with my phone, right? I might delete it, come back to it, but it's always that. But then also just being outside, believe it or not. I get my best writing done outside. I walk my dog a lot, especially since the pandemic. I've been inside all the time, so I walk my dog a lot, come outside and I get some air, write. I get some of my best writing done, believe it or not, my best writing. And I don't know if it's just the vibes of me doing it, but on the train, and also doing laundry, like at the laundromat.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Kim?
I don't know why. I just go away, pop in my car, and I really get into a groove with writing. And so my inspiration, I always say, is just being out, living, seeing things, hearing things, and just my experiences in life.
Now let me ask you, I asked Ghostface this the other night. What do you think about the state of hip hop? Where do you think about where we're at? You think it's cool, or do you think it's lacking, or?
So it's interesting. I remember as a kid, I used to be a hater, man. Like all that commercial rap, I used to say, oh, it's trash, it's trash. But I realized that there's a lane for it, there's a purpose for it, right? Because I remember my friend used to say, there's certain, like, you know, Nas has some club bangers, but like, there's certain Nas songs you don't want to play in the club because it's like, you don't even want to dance to it, right? And so there's a lane for like this more poppy style of hip hop, and it's another form of expression, which I appreciate, right? My thing is, there's a lack of originality, right? And so like,
I said this in my last interview.
Right, and so like, whereas, you know, because believe it or not, the whole, what's it called? What's the Brooklyn, the Brooklyn drill type rap? I actually really kind of like it. I mean, it's a little violent and whatever, but I actually really like the sound of it. The sound of it is very, very catchy, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody's doing it, right? And so there's no authenticity in that. So like, everybody's saying they gangsters, no way gangsters, right? Everybody doing the same thing, got the same type of equipment in the same apartment, doing the same thing, right? But there's no originality, right? I also think there's a extreme lack of honor of skill, because even if you want to rap dog with frog, if that's how you want to do it, that's cool. Like that's fine. But if you are shaming rappers who are more lyrical and calling and creating this narrative that lyrical hip hop is kind of corny, then to me, you're only hurting the game, because then a lot of these young kids think that the best rap nowadays is that bippity boppity bippity bippity, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's cool, but
I feel the same way. It's cool, but I don't think everybody should be doing it.
Yeah, and I think it's, you know, it's just like basketball. I'm a big basketball fan. It's just like basketball. People forget history, and then when
a lot of people don't even know the history.
A lot of people don't even know the history, right? A lot of people think that I'm in a weird and interesting time, because I'm 31, right? But I'm at this time where I first started watching basketball. The stars that I came in with, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, those guys are phasing out, right? And now people are starting to remember them. Dwayne Wade retired. People remember Dwayne Wade. Some people didn't even watch him play, right?
No idea who he is.
And they no idea who he is. Kobe Bryant, as enshrined as he's gonna be, some people never gonna know how great he was actually.
They're just gonna know about the way he died.
They're just gonna know about the way he died, right? And everyone thinks the newest person is like the best. And it's like, there's a whole history before that you have to pay attention to.
Who
right?
Who do you think is the best? Give me your top, I ain't gonna say 5, give me your top 3.
So are you asking me who I think is the best? Or are you asking me who I think is my favorite?
Who's your favorite?
My favorite. Yes. My favorite top 3. Number 1 is Nas.
Okay.
My second.
You're a smart man. I like that. It's Nas.
Nas. Number 2.
Queens.
Number 2. Mos Def. And number 3, I'll give it to Common. All right. Now, if you're asking me who number 1, number 2, number 3 is, like, of all time, in no particular order, I think you gotta say Tupac, Biggie, Jay. Right?
Okay.
I think I'm a Nas over Jay, although I do really love me some Jay, right? But I also, like, you know, a lot of the people that didn't make the top 3 that would have been like another Queens, a bunch of Queens people, Tribe Called Quest. Believe it or not, Kid Cudi influenced my music a lot. As polarizing and as like kind of shameful as what I'm about to say sounds, Kanye West was a humongous impact on my music when I first started.
That's not a bad person, you know what I mean? To impact your music career. Kanye West did some great shit.
Yeah, and
definitely
he just,
influential.
And he just inspired me to be like, you know, I'm not the mold, but you gonna take what I got, right? He was wearing polos and a backpack, and you know what I mean, and cardigans, while other people was wearing chains and throwbacks. But he made his own lane, and he blossomed in it.
But right? he said, didn't he say the other day he don't even like backpack rap?
Which is weird.
Kanye
he be flip flopping, man. Because meanwhile, the people that put him on, Talib Kweli, the epitome of backpack rap, and Mos Def. So, I mean, but yeah, man. Like those are the people that like I really love listening to. even to this day, like one thing I always talk to my friends about is the fact that like I don't really check for new music like that anymore.
No, you listen to
really.
a lot of old music.
Listen to a lot of old music. Sometimes on Spotify, I'll listen to some new cats like some of these new cats like Isaiah Rashad.
I fall off where you listening to new music, but everybody sounds the same. It's not.
That's the thing.
Get into it.
And then you know, right now I'm waiting for. So just like I said, what about the ball, right? Right now, the people that came in when I was like prime and like really into music, J. Cole's, the Kendricks, the Wale's, those and the Drakes, those people are like now the figureheads in music, right? Might as well.
Shift, yep.
But there's a shift, right? But now that's even shifting because now you got these, you know, the Jack Harlows and these real like.
Jack Harlow's nice.
He's really nice, but you got all these like real trendy, and also, I think the media changed, and I think the shift in the media changing is what changed music,
Changed
right?
everything. Changed the way.
TikTok, Reels, and all that stuff. It changed the way people digest music to the point where, like, I don't want to say storytelling is dead, but you don't have time. You don't have time to build up to what your music is, right?
Just
you
gotta get it out
to
there.
it, and that's why if you look at it, most of the top hits 3 minutes long, it's shorter than 3 minutes long. Why? So people can replay it, right? That replay factor, and that's what gets pushed out, and that's what's popular now. I hate always saying this because Nas made this mistake, and he even admitted to it, saying hip hop is dead, right? There's still people out there though that's still doing the same thing. It's just that there's no recognition on the people that need it, and so like there's even rappers like I'm gonna say Big Crit, right? That's just out there killing it, but a lot of people don't talk about Big Crit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People like Lupe Fiasco, like he kills it all the time. No one talks about Lupe Fiasco anymore. He put out a video just recently that was really dope, a new song. It's called 100 Chicagos. I looked at it a couple days ago, probably about 10 days ago. He posted it. 33,000 views, and I was just like, sorry, 300,000 views, which is a lot of views. But like comparatively to something like that Takashi 6ix9ine puts out that gets millions. I know that's hyperbole. That's on this end. But like, you know what I mean? It's just like that's what's getting.
Just curious,
shine.
have you ever downloaded a Takashi song or?
No.
I'd like to know who these people are.
Yeah, I can't get into like, and another thing that bothers me about it is, like you grew up in a neighborhood, right? You know what the essence of that neighborhood is. You grow up, you move out, you come back. The neighborhood changed, it got gentrified, right? And now people saying, and this happens all the time in Brooklyn, all the time in Queens, right? Now people saying, oh, I live in this place. I got this credit. But you know, like, it's watered down, man. Like that's not really what it is. And so now, but that's what the perception of that neighborhood is, right? And that's the same thing I feel like with music. I feel like people hear this watered down type of music. It's not all of it, but some of it's watered down, some of it has no thought put into it.
The hoe is mine. You gotta get that bitch.
And that's what people associate with the culture, and I don't like that. You know what I mean?
So what made you do the style of rap you do rather than doing, say, drill or?
I like reading. I love words, man. And you like, and don't get me wrong. There's such thing as too much words and too rapidy, right? But I just feel like if you can't get that perfect, like Jay-Z, if anybody did it perfectly, it's Jay-Z. In terms of like the marriage of like really like intricate flows with intricate bars, and then sometimes they can be lazy, and sometimes they can be like really like intense, right? And so to me, that's what I try to get to. Sometimes I get real technical with it, but then sometimes I try to like just let the vibe take it.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, and so like I think if you listen to a beat and don't take it too seriously, don't take yourself too seriously, something's gonna come out of it. Something unique and something authentic is gonna come out of it. If you writing for a goal, that's when it starts sounding like pop and bubblegum type stuff, and that's not something I'm about with.
So you've been doing this for, you said since you were about 8 years old. So let's say about 20 years old. 20 years you've been doing music?
So I was doing this since 2008, that's 18. So now that makes that what, 16? No, I can't do math. 13 years? Is that 13 years?
2008. Okay, I'm about to
2008. So about
Okay,
13
okay.
years, 14 years.
So what do you expect to gain out of this? Like,
So the first thing is just fulfillment, right? I think in life, life is about living, but it's also about setting goals for yourself, right? And if you can't reach the goals that you set for yourself, how can you reach goals that other people set for you, like in your job and things like that? So to me, it's a passion of mine, and it's a way that I can pursue my passion. Now, I could put out music all the time, thousands of people hear it, hundreds of people hear it. My whole goal is to express myself and also to give people something that they could vibe with, right? If one person tells me like, yo, I listened to your song today, it really changed my life, it really made me feel good, that's all that matters. I also do it because I just had a baby. I just have a newborn. Thank you so much. I got a little newborn, and I can't tell her to reach for her stars and go for her dreams if I just drop mine. And so as a 31-year, I'm not even old, right? As a 31-year-old man though, that has like, you know, responsibilities and things like that, I think I owe it to myself to chase the dreams as hard as I possibly can. And then something's gonna come out of it.
So what's your dream as far as music is concerned? What do you want to see come out of everything you're putting into it?
Everything I put into it, what I would like is, I would like a nice, humble following. I don't need to be, I'm not a materialistic person, like that's not, and I know everybody says that right before they get big and then they start spending money on stuff, right? Like I know I do want stuff, right? But that's just not my main goal. My main goal is more so to have a platform to like put music and art out into the world. When I hear music that I really love, then I'm like, man, this is really good. I feel something. And I'm like, I want other people to feel this way about music that I create. And so to me, it's all about passion. So that's why I mean, it's funny. I did so many shows in the city and stuff like that. I performed the SOBs. And,
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did lots of different shows in the city, and it was awesome. And I remember there were times when like you just pay for play shows, right? So you gotta sell tickets to get people to come in the door. I remember I would be able to sometimes sell half, sometimes only a third of it, right? I would put the money up myself, the rest of it up myself, just so I could perform, man. Just so I can get on stage and show people what I could do. Because to me, I was like, that's the most important part. I'm like, people just need to hear it. And if I think like if people can hear it, and that's what's been happening. You know, I'm really appreciative of it. But you know, and I'm trying to integrate more social media tactics into my music and try to like get my music out there, because you know, I think it's good and I think people will really enjoy it. So
it's funny you said that. I was just gonna ask you, like, what do you think about the fact that your music now depends on your social media following and all of that,
and it's like the fame comes before like you being a musician.
Before your talent.
Yeah, and so there's been so many people that were TikTok and Reels famous that created music careers off of it, right? I don't hate it because I just think it's another way. I love the parallel basketball and music all the time. It's like in basketball, this player empowerment thing that's going on where it's like, I don't want to have to be stuck with this team that doesn't put players around me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empower myself and go to a situation that I could, you know, either win a ring or win more money, get more money, right? And that's kind of how I view this, right? In the past, like you had to wait on A&Rs, you had to work with executives and different labels and stuff like that just to get your music out there. These days, all you need is a camera and some time and you can do it. So I really appreciate that. But I do think that there's a lot of mimicry that's happening because of that. Because it's a lot of like throw spaghetti at the wall, hope something sticks, right? So there's a lot of that. So it's so much content. And I think that because there's so much content, people don't have time to view content, so waters down everything else. So,
and also content is like, you give it to them and then it's like, all right, what you got next?
What you got next? And that's something that I'm struggling with too, is just like the consistency of being able to put something out and stay relevant and stay in people's minds, because you don't want to get pushed down, especially with the algorithms that they have now. You don't want to get pushed down into the importance of stuff.
What the fuck is an algorithm?
It's
like,
just,
what the fuck that got to do with who's got the dopest verse? Like,
exactly.
Come
and
on,
that's it.
like,
you know, and one could say that like one could even argue that it's what people want, right? If people want this song A, right? Because everybody's playing it on reels. That's what people want. So that's what they push, right? But it's like, but is it? And this is something, and so I have a degree in communication, and this is something that we learn in communication. Is it the people telling the media what to generate, or is the media telling the people what to generate? And I think they brought it down to the bottom of, or they summed it up to, the media tells us what to think about, because they put so much stuff in our face. They don't tell you whether you like it or not, but because it's in your face, you're talking about it, you're thinking about it, right?
Forced to ingest it.
You're forced to ingest it, and you're forced to then have discourse about it, whether good or bad. And so, yeah, there's like that, right? And so we don't know what's true, right? We don't know if it's because people are really thinking this is interesting, or is it because you're just putting all this stuff in front of our faces. And so,
because that's all I got.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and that's what I'm trying to break through, to try to figure it out, because there's something to figure out. And I also just like, there's a lot of whack stuff out there, bro. There's a lot of whack stuff out there. And it's like really bad stuff that just gets push. And it's just, that's my biggest thing. There's no originality, man.
So my last interview, we were talking about that's what the powers that be want infused into the culture. So like, do you think that there are gatekeepers to the industry? Like there are
100%.
people that are selected to only let this type of music in?
100%.
Water down the culture?
100%. And one of them's been the age-old culprit, the radio. And people don't think the radio is influential. The radio is still influential. There's the spot, and then the new radio is Spotify playlists, right? Because there's a lot of money in Spotify playlists, right? And so there's this, you have this playlist that someone can curate, can put any song on there, and that song on there can generate thousands of dollars, right? That's a way to monetize something, right? And that's exactly what radio stations do with payola, right? And so I think they're definitely gatekeepers. Social media sites are gatekeepers, right? Because they're able to restrict what gets put on and off of sites, right? They put what's on the Explore page, they okay it, right? And so they're definitely gatekeepers, and that's something that like hurts artists like me, you know, because we can't break through because they're people, and it might not even be for malice, right? They just might not see us, right? Because there's so many
people, it's like hard for
There's
definitely.
a sea, and there's a couple of tried and true things. The TikTok dances or whatever, those things are tried and true. They know, hey, if I can constantly put this on your feed and people like it, I get you to stay on there longer, I make more money with ads. Like, so like they're just trying to make their money too, to a certain extent, right? But it's just hard, you know? But it's the engine that we're in now.
You got some verses memorized for me? You got something? You got a 16 for me? I'm a big theme for that, man.
Yeah.
Like, I have you out here rapping all day.
Let me see if I could dig in something. Let me see. There's a song I got. It's I'm at a level where my lyrics need no introduction. I've discovered that over percussions I can have discussions. I can get poetic with the verses, talking deeper functions. You can come and try it if you want, but watch the repercussions. Give me any beat and watch me kick it like a sneaker doesn't. I'll be pushing things into existence, but ensure it with persistence. I come with the force, I'm Herculean. I can go the distance, plus I give you the bars without a stint in prison. I surgically enter beats with such precision, then verbally injure beats with perfect diction, then serve you the beat, you feel it in an instant, especially if you take it in vain, because the storms of the brain got me making it rain. I had a thought the other day, does that make me insane? I saw a register, a cashier, I'm making a change. I'm talking A1, since day one, I'm staking my claim. They've been sleeping on the boy, is that making me Dame? They're gonna remember the name. I'm trailblazing, I'm amazing and blazing with this location. There's no days off, there's no paid vacation. I'm just a young black genius addicted to living life. Gotta live it now, you can't live it twice, so I'm trying to get it right. There's something small there.
Okay.
Let's see, I got something else. What else I got? This is one from my latest project. It's one of I love this song. So it's like, And so what came from the stars, just like holes in the sky, came from changes in cars. There's a danger in cars, but the strangers apart, no road for us to take. Lest we playing our part, they'll exchange all your cards like the change of the guard. Born in the bricks, most dangerous part, disagreeing with the gun leading to change of the heart. I don't need a gun, but this chamber will spark, taking aim at the charts. I'm coming with the force while they came with the farce. Didn't tell us that this land of opportunity was sparse. And I don't need the bastards to agree with what I'm pushing. I'm just trying to get homies out of Central booking and into bookstores, reading books more. Fake Gucci belts, cause just because they broke, they don't need to look poor. Got the value in the wrong things. Fendi, Givenchy, and Balmain, everybody want them like some strong jeans. Came from the sun, so we shine like the sun. No surprise that their eyes be blind when they come. And for that same reason, I breathe life in the drums. They high off the hog while we fight for the crumbs. And despite all of them, we shining brighter than they ever thought. Illuminate the night, summon every moth. That's something small there.
Okay. How long ago you wrote that?
That was
recently?
That was like last year, but that's my last project that I released in November.
Oh, what's the name of the last project you released?
Star Stuff.
Star Stuff.
Star Stuff. So let me explain. I gotta explain it. So Star Stuff, it comes from Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan is an astrophysicist, famous astrophysicist, who came up with this phrase because we come from the same stuff that stars are made out of, right? Our bodies, the components of our bodies, component of everything is made out of the stuff that stars are made of. So he said we are star stuff, and so that was just my nod to that because I love space and I love space science. But it was also just a thought of how even me, even us in this time and place, in this large entire planet, right? We're made of the same stuff that we emulate, right? So we're just as valuable as a star is, right? That's just my mentality. So it's just talking about that. The album just touches on lots of different things, duality and thoughts. It talks about mirages. It talks about just self-confidence, battles with self-confidence and self-doubt, and trying to triumph over like your mental, right? And trying to find peace. Mm-hmm. And I always say that the projects that I write, they're like time capsules of just the way that I'm thinking of and the time, and specifically my albums. And so this album is just my last 2 years being in the house and being in the pandemic just causes you to think and reflect, and that's what that caused me to do.
Have you started working on your next project yet?
Oh yeah. I have started working on my next project. It's very ambitious, very artistic, slightly different than like the sound of my last couple of albums. I'm working with a different producer on this one.
What's the name of the producer?
His name is No Mass.
No Mass?
No Mass. He's from Connecticut. Dude's filthy too. And so I'm working on that one. It's in a bit of the beginning stages, but a lot of stuff has been forming the last couple of weeks, which I'm really excited about.
Okay. So how long before we get that new project?
That one's probably going to be after the summer. But what I do is I do these quick little freestyle verses over like famous beats on Instagram. So I've been trying to be consistent with that to keep putting stuff out. I will be releasing singles this summer from the project and see how they feel out in the world. Okay. And I also am working on a couple of live projects as well with live musicians. So
I was gonna say, I saw you did. Was that like a official Tiny Desk concert, or?
So that one was for the contest.
Put your own together, or was that?
So that's for the contest. So every year they just invite you to just do a performance in front of a desk live and record it and put it up there for the contest. It's a long shot because everybody else goes for it, and I'm not sure if you've ever seen Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
Some of them are just like ridiculous. So it was the first one I've ever done. I was like, let me just try it. Felt great doing it. So, and also I got that band together. We've worked in the past together. But
who's the band? Where are they from out here?
So a couple of them are from the Bronx. Someone's from up a little bit more up north. One's from Yonkers. So I've been working with artists musicians from all over the town, all over the place here. Just trying to get my sound in a more live setting, because I love performing too. Recording is one thing, it's fun. Recording and editing is fun, but there's nothing like live performing, especially in front of a sea of people. When you have a lot of people.
When does the show come? When's the next show?
I'm working on one for July right now.
Where?
And in Manhattan, in the city.
Okay.
So that one, hopefully at the end of July, will be kicking off. And then I'm also working on some stuff, hopefully before then, also in the city too, so.
Okay. Do you think, now we were talking about drill music, do you think that the music is inciting violence in the streets these days, or do you think it's just out of control right now? It's got nothing to do with the music.
I think, so it's interesting. It's so hard, right? It's like the whole thing of art imitating life, right? It's very, very hard. And I think it's a delicate conversation to have. Because I do think that the people that are making that, the drill music and stuff like that, I do think it's a form of expression. They're saying what's happening out in the streets. They're not making things up. This stuff is happening.
This is actually going on.
I think it's the over-pop glamorization of it, which I don't think they necessarily, like, don't get me wrong, there are people that are out there like, let me make drill music because it'll get me shine. Like, there are people out there like that, right? But it's also like people doing it because that's a type of music, right? You know, and also it's weird, right? Because I don't think any drill rapper would ever say that they want to incite violence. I'm making music though to literally incite people to go read, pick up a book, right? So I'm trying to get people to feel a certain way. People make music for people to feel. So that's why I think it's delicate, because while I think they are expressing themselves, there's a level of responsibility that has to be there, because no matter what you're saying in songs, people are doing out in the streets. So I will say that, like, art imitates life, but I do think art.
What about these movies? You think people are watching these movies and trying to go out and do what they're seeing in the movies?
So that's the problem, right? I think it's the narrative, because with movies, we look at the movies, and most people, especially now, most people look at movies and like, this is separate from reality, right? This is me escaping reality. I don't think that's the case with music. Although I think the sitting down listening to music is an escape, right? But I think, especially with hip hop, authenticity means that you do what you say in your music, to the point where if you don't do what you say in your music, people call you a fraud and they don't want to listen to you. So there's this unspoken like understanding that what you say is what you do, right? So.
But now, if you're saying what you do, and aren't you snitching on yourself?
Exactly, and that's exactly what happened about Schmurder, right? And happened with all these other artists. And it's like, you know, and it's sad, man. It's sad. Like, but like, then you think about like, what's that rapper named Lil K? I don't know his name, but the guy that like he literally murdered somebody and was on house arrest, skipped house arrest, made a song called The Dash, or called something, or something, and the song is about him killing someone and then leaving from house arrest while he was leaving from, like, it boggles my mind. And the crazy thing about that is they probably have people in their ear telling them to do it, because it builds this lore that happens behind it. And you know what also I think it may be is like, maybe it's really going on, so it's easy to speak about the truth. So maybe the song came out so good because it's truth and it was really going on. But like, that's the thing though, it's crazy, right? We grew up on hip hop where rappers were trying to stay out of prison. They were rapping about things that they did in the past tense. Jay-Z was even saying like what did he say? Oh my gosh, that's so obnoxious. He said each year, like his story can like unfold a little bit more, because statues like start to like, you know, go out, right?
Hip hop preserving the culture on IG and YouTube.
Alright, what's up, peace, bro?
Got some lyrics too?
Always, I got songs, everything.
Yeah, all right, stick around, man, don't go far.
What time y'all doing this?
Well, when I'm finished interviewing my man, you know, we see if we slide you in for a minute.
Oh, say less.
You got bars though?
I'm about to do like 6 music videos tomorrow.
Let me hear the bars.
Let us hear something, man. Go ahead.
Which one you want to see? Let me think real quick.
My bad, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I always hate that. I'm a rapper too. I hate when people like, yo, rap for me.
Let me think real quick.
You need to get his, you need the mic?
Nah, you good, we can hear.
Okay, cool.
You hear me? All right. My fault. Give me a few seconds. I'm in the midst of doing mad shit right now.
Nah, I feel you.
Okay.
Alright. You can hear me, right? If you know me, you know I'm a daddy. In CT, they ask for the Fetty. I'm doing drills, doing hits out the Chevy. I'm in Ox, bitches are wetty. I'm towing posts, bitches are steppy. On the road, I move like a grizzly. Wazzy on the map, 40 on the lap, little bitch just trying to get with me. Young and reckless, the fuckers relax money, what's wrong? You frontin' them packs, don't move wrong. I'm towing them straps like it's time of the month. I can't relax. Keep a 40 like I'm Robert Ory, stepping in the house like my name is Corey. Buddy, you the father like I'm Mac Demore. Half of y'all ain't seen a mission. In the trap, I'm whipping them kitchens. Summertime, stuck in the trenches, dumb nigga. Be hopping on fences, broke on the south, had to live it and get it. Move wrong, but it melt me a biscuit. Your mama crying like this shit is wicked. See us a talking, you know that we hit it and smile about it like this. Like bitch, I'm just gifted. Yeah. But yep.
Yeah. What's your name? What's your name?
Nah, they call me Baby Young.
Baby Young?
Yeah.
All right.
Baby Young, so you fucking with the drill movement, huh?
Nah, not really. I do a lot. I do love songs. I do everything. I'm
Yeah.
not just no drill rapper. I did like 1-2 drill songs, but that's not really my style.
Yeah.
I like actually making music and shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Who your influence? Who you like?
Jadakiss, DMX.
Obviously.
Big Pun, Styles P.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
There you go.
I got a lot. You feel me? But Lil Wayne's my top artist. Like that was,
How old are you?
I'm 21.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You could do whatever you want to as a young boy, but as long as you got the history, like the people he listened to, they influences his new style, and he could go back to that. Like, and I feel like a lot of young cats, they don't do that.
Lil Wayne was ahead of his time.
See?
So when it comes down to him, it's like Sorry for the Wait 2, Carter Project.
Look at this.
I was listening to the whole Blueprint 2 days ago. The whole
Look at this.
Blueprint 1, 2, and 3. I was just knocking high school dropout before I came out the crib.
Look at this.
We're doing a lot of shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
When it comes to this music shit, if you don't put your head into it, you feel me? Honestly, the way it is around Yonkers, I'm gonna keep it official. The way it is around Yonkers, it's a publicity stunt. Like if you're not popular, you're not popping. They don't care about your bars. They don't care about nothing that you're doing. You got to get out of town. You got to take yourself and do a lot of stuff. Like when it comes down to a lot, people take this slogan wrong. I'm selfish. You feel me? I heard that from Blueface, and Blueface said, like, it's not about me being selfish and not wanting to give to the ones that I love. You feel me? It's about me being selfish on my grind and focusing on what I got to do.
Yeah.
I had to realize that, and I had to take myself out a lot of places. Like you feel me? I was running around.
Yeah.
Stop.
And I think that the most important thing that I always try to keep in mind is, like you just said though, is like you gotta realize that you gotta try to do everything yourself.
Yeah, bro.
You can't rely on it's not that you have to do everything yourself, but you can't rely on people to do stuff.
Yeah, you can't expect nobody.
You can't
to do
expect
nothing for
people to do anything. You gotta go out and get it. You gotta go out and try it.
That's the only reason people see that you hungry. If you don't go out and get it, you don't sit there and promote your own music, you don't do the shit for yourself, niggas ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
That's the way this town is. Like, they got love for you out here, but they don't show it that much. They'll show it to your face, but they won't show it to others.
Yeah.
For me, once you get from around people, I bet you 9 times out of 10, you can tell your friend right now, yo, knock my song, bro. They'll knock it in front of you. After that,
That's it. Yeah.
So
People won't reshare your song for free, but they'll pay $50 to go watch somebody. People won't come see you perform for free.
Yeah.
For free.
Word.
But they'll pay $150 to go see so-and-so at the Garden, sit up in the nosebleeds.
They'll sit there and go to Capella's music video, but won't go to their neighborhood music video. Like,
Seriously.
it's little shit like that. Like, you feel me? It comes down to a lot out here. I love my city, but it's a lot of hate out here. It's a black cloud.
And it's funny because I live in Yonkers, but I'm originally from Newark.
Oh, what?
Newark, New Jersey. It was same exact vibe. What he just described, that's how I felt growing up.
Same way.
It was just like there was no outlet. There was no, they listened to everybody in New York. Nobody was really listening to nobody in Jersey. And like you said, like people would be like, yeah, I like your stuff. And then
I knock Gato, GMGB, I knock all of them. I knock them all the time.
And now Jersey's starting to come back, especially with like battle rap and like Arsenal and Sue Surf and other. Like they like really like putting them on the map. But when I was a kid though, man, it was just like you listen to everybody in New York.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. That's what it was. You know.
Baggy jeans, you feel me?
Yeah.
Fitted hats.
Yeah.
It was running down greasy in the 90s.
Nah, the 90s. There was no messing with New York hip hop in the 90s.
You got some projects out, or you working?
Right now,
Yeah.
Baby Unk on SoundCloud, you feel me? Go tune into that. Corner Kings Baby Unk on Instagram. EK Ty on Facebook, feel me? Snapchat Baby Unk 360. Feel me? I got a lot of music out. I'm about to put out Meant to Be, about to put out Mrs. Officer. I'm remixing that to Mrs. Lawyer because fuck the cops, I need a lawyer. I got a song called Move Tech. It's talking about the whole town. I put out a song like a year ago called My City when I was just talking about Yonkers with my man's Money. Shout out Money G's, Corner Kings the label, you feel me? Shout out Hamilton. But yeah, I got a song called Keep It Real, talking about females, you feel me? I got a lot of shit out. But my main project right now, I'm working on a little EP. I'm about to put out my first EP. I'm about to do about 6-7 little songs real quick, do little skits. About to get myself out there and put myself on the map.
Definitely do it,
Shoot
bro.
some videos.
Definitely do it, bro.
Oh, video shoots tomorrow. I got like 6 of them tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Do it, bro.
About to do it.
That's how you gotta do it, man. Pleasure to meet you, bro.
Pleasure to meet you. Yo, shout out. Yo.
Appreciate
Be
you, young
easy,
bro.
Be easy.
This what on Instagram?
Hip hop preserving the culture.
Hip hop preserving the culture. I got you right now.
All right, family.
Hi, yo. That was dope.
Just like that. That's how it go, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
That's how
It's
it
just
go.
Like, dude was 21 and he actually had skills.
He was
had
alright.
skills, you know what I mean? And it's like I said, like what he talking about, whatever. It's whatever. I don't know where he lives. I don't really know
What's going on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like if he true to it and he doing it and he could respect the culture and he, like he said, like I'm not just about the drill stuff. Like I got this, and I got that. If you could switch it up and you can make it original, go for it, man.
for it.
Go for it, because it's for somebody. Somebody need to hear it, right? Somebody need to listen to it.
All right, man. Nonsense.
That was dope.
It was, wasn't
That
it?
was like authentic.
Couldn't have planned it any better.
Yeah, that was dope.
In closing, anything you want to leave with us, man? Like anything you want to let us know? Anything you want to tell the people? Tell them about your project. It's out.
Yeah,
Again.
you could check out my projects that's out. Escape Velocity. You could check out. I had a four EP project that came out called Season, the anthology about the 4 seasons, but like did it kind of artistically. Social Distance, and then my last one was Star Stuff. So those are the ones that are all on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. You can find me everywhere on Nonsense at Nonsense Hip Hop. Because my name is Nonsense and I do hip hop. That's why I did it. I don't understand why people got like these crazy handles.
Well,
Like,
give me that again. We were talking about that before. What was the inspiration for the name?
So Nonsense is my hip hop name because I really like bars and music that you have to listen to grasp a different meaning and to grab the full meaning of it. So deep that like it might sound like nonsense to someone that was just listen to it that didn't really care about it, right? So I used it to say that my music is targeting people who really want to listen to it for that rich experience. It's for anybody, but like that's kind of who I write for, because that's what I am and that's what I like. So I write to what I feel, and so that's why I got the name Nonsense. And it's just a play on the name. It's just a play on the word nonsense. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. She said she liked my shirt because I got like tapes on. I also like the '90s style. That's like my thing. '90s space theme, '90s theme. That's like my thing. But yeah, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. And I'm definitely going to promote it.
Likewise,
and try to
brother,
get
likewise.
try to keep it going.
Likewise,
I got some
yes.
other artists, if you're interested,
Definitely.
that live in Jersey.
Okay.
That would probably make the trip. They're really dope. They're a whole collective. I can send you their Instagram so you can see them. They're real dope. They move heavy in Jersey. I got some. Yeah, I know artists all over the place, man.
Okay.
And so if that's what you're doing, man, like, and I love it because it kind of feels like you documenting something. Like did you watch?
Absolutely.
Did you watch Genius?
No, not yet.
Watch it.
Not yet.
Because like the dude in it, what's his name? Cootie, I think his
Put
name?
it together. Yeah.
Put it together. Like, that's what he was doing, man. He was just like, yo, I'm just here to film this because I just feel like this needs to be filmed, and like that's what we want, man. As artists, we just want someone to document
What
for
y'all doing?
us.
Yeah.
Because we think that every artist think that he the best rapper in the world. I think I'm the best rapper in the world, right? All these rappers, we all think that, and we all have something that we want to share to people, but some people don't even give us the outlet. You know what I mean? And like even with like, there's mad Jersey, like pages that do interviews, mad Jersey things that post things. They don't show me no love because I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody that they move with, right? Somebody from Queens hit me up and asked me to do this, right? And so to me, I feel blessed by that, man. Like, I really appreciate that.